Hey yo, what's mobbin'? It's your boy Tone Trump, the greatest hustler alive. And right now I'm on the greatest website alive. Hip hop since 1987. Hip hop since 1987. This is family and business, so that's the best. Let's win. CeeLo.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
What's going on? It's your boy E Money with
Your boy T Buddy.
you already know. Hey man.
Tone Trump, aka Pretty Tony, aka the greatest hustler alive right now. I'm on the number one site in the world with my boy E Money. You know what it is, man.
What's up, man? Like,
Oh, me. First of all, shout out to me.
hey.
Shout out to my hat,
Shout
my
out to
shirt.
you.
Look, you know, real custom cutting. So let me can you please let's appreciate this real quick. This is extended right here. This is from 5 Pillar right here. You know what I mean?
My man.
Get the back of that, get the Arabic in the back and all that. Did we get a clear shot of that before we start? Huh? Did we get you sure you got it? Okay.
My God.
Shout out to 5 Pillar. Come on.
Hey man.
You know I gotta do the little.
Listen,
every time I do an
man.
interview with y'all, I always make sure I go update, make sure I got everything like seen like the last 5
I
or 6.
respect the number of endorsement deals. You know what I mean? You're like a walking NASCAR. My man. That's what I'm talking
I
about.
like that walking NASCAR.
A real rap, man. So let's talk about some of the power moves you've been making. I know you got that new crazy record with you and
Right,
CeeLo.
right.
Speaking of power,
Right now that power record, CeeLo Green and Tone Trump. You know, when you're doing a joint EP, it's not like featuring. So that's our record together.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Shout out to my brother, CeeLo Green, 5-time Grammy winner. You know, a legend. You know, musical genius. And my brother, more importantly. So shout out to CeeLo. That's the first.
Give it up bars on there too.
Oh yeah. Even Lo said it, man. I was honored. Lo said, you know, what I mean, they gotta give me credit because I got CeeLo, you know, wanting to rap again and rapping again. He don't have nothing to gain from it. You know what I mean? It's just for the love. And a lot of people ain't heard him rap since the Goody Mob days. You know what I mean? Classical stuff because he won all those Grammys and made millions and millions of dollars, sold millions of records doing something else. Most people would just be like. You see how a lot of brothers do once they get a movie check and you don't see them dropping mixtapes and albums no more. You've seen many do that. So for him, he cool over in the world he in. He don't really got to do it. So I'm honored to, you know, A, to work with him, and B, you know, mashallah, to be able to be a part of, you know, him being back in the culture and rapping and talking that talk. But the record right now, we got out right now, is the first official single off our EP, which is titled Ahkilo. Some people say Ahkilo, Ahkilo. The word Aki, obviously me being Muslim, his brother, him being Lo, Ahkilo, Ahkilo. That's the name of the EP, which will be out inshallah real soon. It's done. It sounds amazing. Power is the first single. Also look up the record 5 we put out. The site has supported that. And we got a record called Violence, War for Peace, featuring the homie Chief Keef. So check that out. And but right now it's about that power. You know what I mean? The number one one of the number one most added records right now, you know, from the muscle. You know, this me texting, DMing, calling, and building with people who supported me since day one. A lot of the people who support my records, I'm honored to say, mashallah, they support my records even if it's not a big feature on it. It's not just like they wait for me to have a CeeLo or somebody on the record. So when I do hit them with somebody of that stature, it definitely makes it a lot easier. But I just want to salute all the DJs, all the websites who support me when it's just me too. Because that's big. Because you also get other people who start jumping on the bandwagon. Absolutely. And I don't front. I want all that.
Too.
Yeah, I take all of that.
Absolutely.
So Power is the record. It's also produced by CeeLo, and I mean it's undeniable, man. Of course I'm biased because it's my record, but
that's a great
it's
record.
Undeniable, man. It's just perfect, you know. Because when we made
sneak preview of the video too, you gotta let us know.
And that's the first time. That's the first time anybody hearing it. I haven't tweeted, Instagram, nothing. Even saying it's a video. So Hip Hop since '87 exclusive. That Power video. Depending on y'all, it'll probably be out before this comes. You know what I mean? We'll see. You know what I'm saying? But it'll probably be out.
The visuals are crazy.
Yeah, I know. I want to add a little mystery to that because you know what I mean. We might be in Colombia. You know what I mean? We might be in Mexico. We might be. You know, we just got back from the Hollywood Hills. We might have been there. You know what I mean? But it's been a blessing, man. I'm enjoying every day of it. Like I said, I just got back from Hollywood and working out there, and everything was good, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a true blessing.
All right, so I know you want to keep the locale a mystery, but what's the next video or visual that you plan on dropping after that one?
Inshallah, we got a record called Pain. It's unreleased. Produced by M. Ladd. Shout out to M. Ladd, my brother. We actually in Planet Rock Studio right now in Philadelphia. As soon as I get back to Philly, my first moves is obviously I check on my family. I slide past the Masjid in North Philly, Mukbil, and then I always make sure I come play the rock and get my vibe, catch my vibe, listen to some beats by M, catch up what's going on the internet and all that. You know what I mean? Get in my vibe. So we got a record called Pain that's super dope, and Low on it, killing it. You know, we got a dope concept. So inshallah we gonna shoot that video in Philly though. I definitely want to bring him to Philly for that video. He even talked about when they come to Philly, so that's a dope thing, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So we're gonna make that happen, inshallah, you know what I'm saying? But we doing a record probably for every song on the project. So
how many songs are there on the EP?
I ain't figured it out yet. Like we might put 8, we might put 10, we might put 12. You know what I'm saying? We got the records. You know what I'm saying? I got the joints, bro. So that's the problem we at right now. The dilemma we at right now is basically figuring out the final track list. Cause one day I'm like, man, let's just do, you know, it's an EP. The EP is like an extended play. It's like basically a little bit more than a single. Back in the day, that's now everybody just saying EP because it just sound cool. Like I got an EP coming, but the EP is supposed to be a little less than an album, obviously. But we got so much music, but I don't know yet. But once I know, I'm gonna let y'all know first. But I'm proud of the music, man. Real worldly, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's, you know, it's a message to it, but it's still fun. And we covering everything. Like whether you like trap music, whether you like
soulful
East Coast up north sounding shit, whether you like some soulful down, you know, that's one of the things. There's no expectations for it because it's like when people hear Tone Trump and CeeLo Green on the project, you can't just be like, I know what it's gonna sound like. So that's one of the dope things about it. So I'm looking forward to people really hearing it. When we put out the record Violence, I mean, you could look it up. I mean, the reviews from the critics, you know what I mean, from everybody, from of course I gotta say y'all first out of respect them on your site, Hip Hop's 87.
You know we dig
put
what
it up,
doing.
great love. You know what I mean, from Double XL to Fake Short Drive, the Vibe magazine, to anybody you could think of, like the quotes they had for that record was just dope, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was real proud of that. DJ Booth, I don't want to forget nobody. Everybody you could think of, you could Google that record. And keep in mind with Power, like we just did a soft release with Power, like, and it's all over. When you came here, you heard me world premiering it on the radio via phone with the biggest station. I'm gonna let you say in Australia. Shout out to my brother Rodney O in Australia.
Absolutely.
You know, to be on the biggest station in Sydney, Australia is an honor, and I'm truly proud of that. And these is off relationships, you know what I mean? In this business, people gotta understand. I don't like to give up. I be watching back on my interviews with y'all. I be giving up too much game for free. I gotta slow down with that. So I'm gonna slow down on that answer because a lot of these bozos will be watching, and this is no offense to the good people that's watching, but it's like the people that hate on you are the first people that copy your moves. The same dudes who used to talk trash, I remember I want to say like 2009, the same dudes who used to talk about Tone Trump. The thing about me used to be, oh, he just got the internet. Those same rappers I see now on the internet more than anybody ever, Wild Late. You know what I'm saying? Wild Late with they low budget videos, their bad jeans. You ever look at some of these guys' jeans? Quality denim is so underappreciated in the Philadelphia hip hop scene. I don't know what it's about. Take them True Religions and burn them. All of that stuff, man. You know, get more creative. Be more. If you're an artist, if you're an entertainer, I mean, you'd be surprised if you went to go see. You know, I'm gonna say somebody like if you went to go to a Prince concert, wouldn't you be disappointed if you went there and Prince had on like Levi's and a white polo tee? Like, this is entertainment. So when you see me looking, you see, I don't know if they could tell on camera, you know, I recently lost 8 pounds, you know, changing my diet up, shout out to my chef and all that.
Hey, we talking about going vegan. You give me some tips.
Got that cut and so on, you know what I mean? I didn't officially go vegan yet. I don't want fraud, but you know, somebody be like,
oh no, you still said you did a 53-day vegan fast.
I did a 53-day vegan fast.
Absolutely.
In conjunction with, you know, fasting for Ramadan, I was breaking with vegan meals, and I was you know, in the morning before we start fasting, Sahur, I was, you know, doing the vegan thing, and it was fulfilling. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking it was all hype like everybody else until I actually did it, and it's something that I want to make a commitment to. It's very, very. It's not easy. I don't think nothing worth having is easy because I love seafood.
Yeah.
I love, you know, and being Muslim, anything that's permissible to eat, you know, is a gift from Allah. So, you know, who am I to be like, you know what I mean, I'm vegan, I ain't eating lamb no more, you know what I mean? Lamb, you know, was the Prophet's favorite food. I love lamb, you know what I'm saying? So I'm working on it, but, you know, just being more conscious of everything you do better. Like, and I encourage that for everybody with my platform. Like, I'm not saying like, I was watching an interview with T.I. the other day, and people said, he was talking about how people say, you know, what is he? Is he a trapper? Is he a father? And he said, I'm all of those things. And I respected that, and I relate to that. Because there's some days I wake up on Instagram, you know, like people get on me all the time because I'll put up a religious post when I get up for Fajr, and then I'm back to promoting my music, and then I'm, you know, I don't really go too far because as I grow in my faith, one of the things we're supposed to do is to conceal our sins. You're not supposed to be like so braggadocious, and that's tough for the business I'm in. So it's a fine line, but at the same time, I'm human and I'm flawed. I'm a walking contradiction. I know that, and I understand that. That's why I'm never offended. I had somebody in my comments yesterday like, "How you advertising?" Somebody came. I had a sock drive the other day. Which shout out to everybody who supported the sock drive. We raised over 2,000 pairs of socks for the homeless, mashallah. And somebody that came to donate. This one brother, shout out to this brother. He came to donate socks, and he also had a vodka company. Let me shout them out too because they show love to my sock drive. Shout out to Kiki Vodka, K-I-K-I. I looked them up, black owned. I hope it's black owned. The brother who bought it, you know, was a brother, and I took a picture with his vodka, and somebody went right in my comments and was like, "Yo, how you promoting?" You know what I mean? And he's actually right. And I might not like how he approached me. Like that's one of the things I said. I said, "Yo, man, you all in my comments. You could have went to a problem." But whatever he does it because it is a reminder, and a reminder benefits the believer. I really shouldn't be doing that. Gotcha. So that'll take me. So it's like I got plenty of opportunities to get liquor sponsorships right now, and it's something I fight with because you know, same thing. You know, even with the medical marijuana, you know, I'm trying to find every loophole to consciously feel okay about doing it, but I gotta be careful. About that. I gotta be careful with it though.
Or is that something you want to talk about?
One thing about me, I'm a professional, man. So even if I didn't want to answer it, the way I would answer it, they probably wouldn't even know I didn't answer it for a couple of days. So
I heard it was a Tone Trump OG.
What it is I did 2 deals. I did a deal in America with some real good people. My man Will in the California plug. To do the vaporizers for medical use only. And I did another deal in Canada with a brother named Sci-Fi. Shout out to my brother Sci-Fi. This is a big thing. In Canada, in the medical marijuana world, he's like the LeBron James who was basketball. And he's never dealt with a rapper. He's never dealt with anybody in music. So this is a big deal. They look at stuff like with rappers, they look at it like it's corny or like a fad. So for him to respect me first as a brother and as a businessman is a very, very, very big deal. And with him, what we doing? We dealing with the nutrients of growing medical marijuana, which won't just be for medical marijuana. The nutrients would be to grow all the organic foods you want.
Gotcha.
We trying to educate people on growing your own vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Like
healthier.
Right. You know what I mean? Just feeding it. You gotta start looking when you go in the market and you see canned goods and you say to yourself, beef ravioli. How is that beef ravioli able to sit on that shelf for 2 weeks and then you crack it open and give it to your children? Like, how are they maintaining that beef?
Take me so
I'm talking different. You know why? Because I watched a couple of your last interviews, right? And all they talk about is they songs, and that's cool too. But I gotta take them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my job. Like I promise myself, I gotta find a way within this culture to still be me. I'm still gonna talk my shit and all of that, but you gotta give something, because when you give, you get back, and that energy is so real. I watched it in my career. When I was running around like I was invincible and arrogant, all that stuff like that, I got what comes with that. And some of the things was good that came with that. You know what I'm saying? When I was running around arrogant, I got a check for over $100,000 for a song I made in a nigga crib. And I lost all that money like this because I was that same arrogant person. So when you sit back and I never lose. I either win or I learn. So when I learn, I say, man, why is this type of shit happening? Like it's like with your lady. Like if you don't, like if I ain't doing nothing I ain't supposed to be doing in my phone, I don't got to worry about if she go through my phone.
Absolutely.
So maybe I should just not do nothing. You know what I mean? I'm not good at being sneaky. So it's like I'm the guy who's like waking up like, who the fuck is this? You know what I mean? So let me just not do that.
Yeah.
You know, even with the music, like, you know, like people ask me, like when I started out, people would ask me about certain rappers and I would be honest. And it would get me in a world of trouble. It was getting me a lot of attention, but they say, what you think about so-and-so? I think he fell off. I learned, you know what I mean? I ain't gotta say that. Like, it's apparent he fell off. Everybody knows. So it's like, why do I gotta be the one to broadcast it? I could find a way to just be like,
be the bearer of bad news.
Right, and if you're going to do that, you better be prepared for what comes with it.
Absolutely.
So people have seen different things I went through in my career. Even most of the things people think happened to me, that's like, yo, this time, like little fights and stuff, those was the light ones. Like, it was things that happened on, you know, as you tour and stuff. Like, it have been times where, like, we was in Vietnam. You know what I mean? I'm in somebody else's state. You know what I'm saying? With a few of my guys, you know what I mean, my Akis and stuff like that. But we going into there, you know, it's like somebody, an artist coming to Philly 6 deep, you ain't got no win. If you and Onyx acting how I was acting in these cities, you know what I mean? Like I'm coming to every city. I usually got one of the prettiest girls in their town all over me. You know what I mean? We just balling out, mobbing out, and it's shit that come with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Being disrespectful in other people's towns, not even knowingly being disrespectful. Because when I first was seeing the country, I didn't know protocol. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not big on like checking in and all that. You know, I've been traveling long enough where I got good brothers in every single place on this country, mashallah. Like, if I land anywhere, I know I got everything I need. Absolutely. One phone call and everything's pulling up on me. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this. This is one thing, because we're going to just get the BS out the way. You know what I mean? Wow. One thing I've seen in comments, got a new president, and your rap name is Tone Trump. Some people may not know that there's no connection, or because a lot of people feel that's why you took the name. Why?
Well, the first thing is.
What is your thoughts?
Well, the first thing is, excuse me. What I try to do is try to spin everything into a positive. Absolutely. That's the first thing. So it's like when people, the first person who really came to me about changing my name that people really saw was Noriega, Nori from CNN. Who Nori is somebody who I have nothing but love and respect for. And somehow along the lines of him saying it to me, he actually tweeted something that he said, yo, I meant to DM that. But he tweeted it, and then he's somebody that got 1 million followers. So you know how that goes. So then people hitting me up, and you know what I mean? So that started a little something, and it made it look like me and Nori was like going back and forth. I never would disrespect Nori. I even think that for a second, Nori even thought I was kind of getting upset, but I never was upset. I understood. Like even when we was in a DM going back and forth for a while. And me and Nori had hour conversations on the phone before this. Like he's somebody who's literally hit my phone just to check on me. A legend who I used to have his CD covers on my wall, and now this is like a brother to me. So I would never front on him, would never get disrespectful. But I don't mean I gotta agree with him either. So when he came to me about changing my name, for one, when he first said it and people was talking about it, I was just coming off being in Creed, the biggest movie of the year, playing myself.
Where you owned the name,
where I own the name. I've trademarked my name. I spent money. I spent time, blood, sweat, and tears. You know, like I said, being on the road, being shot at, you know, attempts on my life. You know what I mean? All types of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna just change my name that I built. You know what I mean? My children are proud to be Tone Trump. You know what I mean? I'm Tone Trump, my dad. Yeah. I'm somebody. I built that, and it's not all of me. You know what I'm saying? But I built that. So to change it because of this coward, who I like to say that's their president. I've never really affiliated myself with no president. I bought into the inspiration of Obama because it was inspiring, a black man from Chicago, but I can't sit here and really co-sign him either. You know what I mean? I look at anybody, that's like a job that somebody with my beliefs can never really respect or love. Because whoever's in that position is going to have to hurt my people and oppress my people because of the laws that are already in place. So even if my brother, like if M became the president, he can't really help my people. It's like the most powerful, powerless position ever invented. Like, you know, we just had a president. The president we just had was a brother. I really believe Obama cares about black people. He's from Chicago, which right now is arguably, you know, according to the media, because I talk to people from Chicago and a lot of times they be like, bro, they blowing it up. And I've been in Chicago. I done got money in Chicago, and I got love for Chicago. I mean, the Chirac Don, Jojo Capone is my brother. You know what I'm saying? Strike Money pulling up. As soon as I got to Chicago, my tour bus, they came on my tour bus. Let me tell you how real Chicago is. The brothers came to my tour bus with guns and vests for everybody with me, and was not trying to be cool. Wasn't for camera. It was like dead serious. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, y'all got security, but boom. You know what I mean? But so Chicago's a real place.
But that's crazy.
And the president really couldn't even help Chicago. Yeah. So that's a reality check. So when we look at Donald Trump, you give people power when you give them attention. Like, we talk about him so much. That's the same thing like with my name. It's like if I change my name, they might stop talking about my name. Man, this is how I feed myself. This is how I feed my family. So people say, just change your name. Like, you change your name. You know what I mean? Like, I even told Nori, like, I love Nori, but I said, Nori, what you think people in Panama think about your name? Your name is Noriega. Man, well, Noriega, no, for what we know, he killed way more people than Donald Trump did yet. Well, as of yet, so sure, I'm sure as the president, he'll now have blood all over his hands because he looked like he's trying to start a war with everybody. But, you know what I mean? I'm Muslim, man. We fear the law. Like, we deal with a whole different guidelines. So, like, I don't get caught up in who's the president.
Honestly, mayor, I didn't make the affiliation, and
right,
then
right. Some people do.
Somebody mentioned it.
One thing about hip hop too is like when we take these names, right? Like when I went to go, my first name when I was playing with this rap shit, pause. My first thing I was thinking about, I wanted to be Tone Capone, but obviously I couldn't be that because of Capone and Noriega back when Nori shot to CNN. But the Trump thing was just like, it went good because the first name was a T. You know what I mean? Tony. My government name was Tony, so it's Tone who, like, and it was like Tone Trump. Like I vibed with him as the business mogul. I didn't know nothing about him. Like it wasn't like he inspired me.
Absolutely.
I don't think nobody in hip hop is like, I named myself this because that person just I admire. We be young, we be hungry, we trying to find something that's gonna catch on.
It was a good name.
It was a good name. So Absolutely. It had nothing. In no way was I honoring him.
Yeah.
And now, if anything, when I get a chance to answer questions like this, I get a chance to dishonor him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was somebody that was fair because when everybody was saying he racist, I'm like, show me how he racist. Y'all just, he hate Muslims. I'm like, they all hate Muslims. Like y'all not really, you know what I'm saying? who love this? You know what I mean? They all was racist. That wasn't personal to me, you know. And I felt like a businessman at that level, it's hard to call them racist because businessmen at that, when you deal with that kind of money, they don't see color. Yeah. When Donald Trump and people of his power fires 5,000 people and lays them off, he's not picturing this brother having to go home and tell his kids that he don't have a job. He's not saying fire 5,000 black people. It's a numbers game for all of them dudes, man.
They see color though.
They see
color.
But I feel
they
see color. They see color. But the first two colors they see is gold and green.
Absolutely.
They see currency.
Absolutely.
Because it's like this in a business deal. You got brothers that black power. But if they need guns and if the Aryans got them, they gonna go meet up with the Aryans to go get the guns.
Absolutely.
It's just like America. America, you know, as much as they push all this hate for Islam, you know how much business they do with the Middle East. Even so strategic. When he banned the certain countries, all the countries he banned, none of them people even had proven terrorists. Absolutely. It's a reason why Saudi Arabia is not on that list. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why Dubai is not on that list. Mm-hmm. And it has nothing to do with, they're nice people. No, they hate them too. But it's things that
money.
And that's the importance. That's what we got to do. We got to find lessons in this, like why he didn't ban them, because he need them. So if we don't want to be banned, if we don't want to be stopped, if we don't want to be locked up, we got to smarten up. We got to. This is all reminders, man. This is all Now all of a sudden everybody's so into who's the president. Where was all these people when George Bush was shitting on everybody? Both George Bushes. Where was all these people when the Clintons was oppressing us more than probably any Republicans? Like these same people was talking about vote for Hillary. I'm telling them, she's done more to hurt my people than Donald Trump probably will ever be able to do. Black people and Muslims. So you know, that's a whole nother vibe. But that's so necessary. Yeah. And guess what? Because my name is Tone Trump, I get a chance to answer like that. I get a chance to talk about that. I get a chance to go on TMZ in front of 500 million people and look. I was on TMZ. I was looking so good on TMZ. I had the Inshallah varsity jacket on. I had the Ferragamo flip flops on. I'm stepping out the garden. I'm leaving the garden. Right. I was courtside. Whenever I'm at the garden, I'm courtside. My Instagram will show you that. You know, Brian first game. You know, you see what I'm saying? Spike Lee, me, Odell Beckham. You know what I mean? I'm on that road. But that's neither here nor there. Shout out to my brother CeeLo Green. No front. You know, low. Make sure my feet on the floor. You know what I mean? Hey, your shoes nice. I got to have them on that floor. I had the flip flops on just because I wanted to be able to say one day in a rap I was on the garden floor with the flip flops on. So that's why I did that on purpose. Had to be off. That was the first time I went. That was when they played the Warriors, and when I stepped out, TMZ was right there waiting. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to holler at them. Then I took pictures of about 70 people. Things that I know no rapper that ever dissed me could ever say they did, and probably never will do until they get that hate out their heart. Hey, as soon as you get that hate out their heart, you be surprised. That's the message of the day. Get the hate out your heart, get the negativity out your heart, and watch how the blessings just pile up. It's no coincidence, because sometimes, I don't want to get too deep, but sometimes when you think you're being blessed, you're really being punished. That's why we get so caught up. That's why Instagram is such a bad thing sometimes, because people look at Instagram. I was telling Em about this. Hey, Em, remember I was telling about the brother was at the match here, the brother was saying like, we equating success and stuff with money and the worldly stuff. And there's some people that got the most money and the most followers, and they the most worst people in the world. And it's temporary, because it's just like with a dope boy. You know, we used to glorify dope. We still do, and that's where we come from. You glorify a dope boy, and then you see a dope boy and you say that brother had 2 years where he was the shit and then got life. Think about that, 2 summers. You could have just worked a regular job and saved up to have 2 balling summers of labels and all of that shit. You know what I mean?
Don't make it last long.
Cause like now that shit ain't even no big deal. Like when we was coming up, Like when I was a young boy and you had them Gucci sneakers, that meant you had money.
Yeah.
Remember the joints you had to go to AC and get and all that? Now it's like you got people that work at Wendy's that got Gucci, Louis, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like that shit is all devalued now anyway.
Yeah.
They laugh at us, man. So it's like we gotta start bagging, and we need more cooler, wavier niggas letting the kids know that that shit is corny now. Let's teach the kids younger to start their own clothing lines, to start to manage their credit better. We don't get none of them. Like all these classes, all these bullshit classes, y'all letting because I'm guilty too. Why are our kids learning social studies? Teach them about that. Should be a class of just about having good credit. It should be a class just about safe sex, just about not making babies young. That should be a class, not social studies. Because I ain't used social studies yet. None of the business deals I did. I have never said, damn, wait, what did I learn in social studies? Nothing from science, nothing from these terrible. The education system is so flawed. Like it's just shit bad out here, man. So before we start worrying about Donald Trump and any of these other bozos, man, look in the mirror, man. Fix home, man. Let's get the babies a better chance than we had.
Well, you talked about having your name Tone Trump plastered in that Creed movie.
Right.
Somebody told me, man, I'm about to see that Tone Trump plastered in another movie next to some other big stars, right. Ice Cube and Tori Spelling.
I got 2 films coming out. No, they're not coming out. Yeah, I got 2. I'm working on the film right now. I'm back on set inshallah tomorrow. So I got 2 films I'm working on right now that I'm not allowed to talk about at all. But what I can say is one of the roles, inshallah, will be way bigger for me than what Creed was. And Creed was monumental and life-changing, and I'm forever grateful. But this is a move that's going to put me on another level as far as being respected as an actor and giving me a chance to show my range and show how hard I've been working behind the scenes and becoming. I want to be the best. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be the best. I don't even want to be looked at like a rapper that's trying to act. I want to be looked at like he one of the best. Like I since I did a movie, I watch movies differently now. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be watching, like I know like certain people like I watch, I'll be like, damn, he killed that. It could be one scene, but I'll be like, yo, that brother. What was I watching the other day? And I'm like, yo, I forget what it was. I think I was just binging on Breaking Bad on my flight, and the dude who played the lead in that John Heisenberg, you familiar with Breaking Bad? It was this one scene where he was talking to like the young boy he worked with in there, like the little idiot young boy, and it was like a quick scene, but how authentic his face looked and how his words looked, it was just like for a minute it felt like I was in the room with them, and that's how it's supposed to feel. And certain actors give you that feel. Like when I was first coming up, I was just thinking everybody, just because you're in the movie, like, oh, he a good actor, he good. That's not true. It's just like with rap, with basketball, whatever. You got your, you know what I mean? Denzel is not just, we don't just love him because he's Denzel.
He go hard.
He is,
pause.
Man, pause. Yeah. He is, we need to appreciate him more before we lose him, because that's what we do. Especially black people, we always wait, you know what I'm saying? You see that all the time in Philly, like, somebody lose their life and then everybody's like posting them and everybody loves them now. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta love people while they're here, man. Denzel Washington, who I plan on working with, inshallah, real soon, man. I gotta put that out in the air.
There you go.
So I can't
put it
wait.
Out, that blessing come
you know
back.
What I mean?
Absolutely.
You know, Mr. Denzel Washington. I think he is phenomenal. I think I'm on the path to be just as great or greater, because I'm sure even he would want me to be greater than him. You know what I'm saying? Because I get a chance to learn from him. So I'm watching, I'm learning, I'm studying, and I'm also writing and producing my own films as well with my director Taya Simmons. So we got 2 indie films coming out from the Muscle. The first one, which I'll be shooting all in Philly, and I'll be looking for actors and actresses from Philly. We shooting a film called Dobbins. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be.
Now is it based on the
school?
High school?
Well, that's likely. You know what I mean? Because I really wanted to call it Overbrook, because I'm so West Philly, but the brother Jamal Hill, who's phenomenal, also from Philly, shout out to him. He did the movie Brotherly Love. Excuse me, Brotherly Love, which was phenomenal, and it was based like in Brooks, so I didn't want to. It was too close, so I decided to go with the title Dobbins. But it's a whole different type of vibe, and it's a great story. I wrote it with Taya Simmons, and I'm excited for the world to see it.
Okay, all right. Now let's
shout out to the shirt one more time before you go. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, I was gonna get into
like, because I just looked at my sleeve, and I looked at my sleeve and the way that print, because shout out to 5 Pillars.
Get into some of the door. I know you got the sneaker deal.
I don't got no more. Let me correct you though. I don't do endorsements no more. Partnerships. I do partnerships. I either own it all on my own or I partner with somebody. So it's no more, just because I feel like it's levels. You know what I mean? In the words of Meek Mills, there's levels to this shit. and I did endorsements for a long time, and sometimes people will pay you almost like with, it's like bartering. It's like, I'm gonna give you this, and then you do this, and you get this, and you do this, and then it's like you look up and you're like, man, that dude made $100 grand real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look nice, but he just made $250,000. So, it's just smartening up and opening the market up. You know what I mean? I definitely gotta give love to like people like OTG for like making me aware of that. But yeah, it's all partnerships, man. And I'm proud, and I thank Allah that I'm partnered up with great people. So anything I'm doing, like when I talk about sci-fi or I talk about Woo and my brother Ronitty, who I'm doing the stuff with the medical marijuana and with the nutrients.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these are my partners. These are my business partners. So I'm bringing my celebrity to the table, but I have no problem bringing my own money to the table, my own ideas and whatever else I got to do. So even now,
a great investment.
Right. Big shout to my brother Y from Dunya, who I just partnered with on something with my new clothing line. Like, I did the Less Win clothing before, but that was more like merch that just blew up, and then people would just call it a clothing line. But the new line I'm doing now is a clothing line, like top of the line, on the level of Ralph Lauren or something like that, inshallah. And I'm real excited about that. And that's, let me get that clear. I got you. And I'm no endorser. I'm not the guy that hit to do endorsements. And there's nothing wrong with that, because like I said, there's levels.
That's you on OTG?
OTG handles for me. What he does for me is like online marketing. And that's my big brother. So, sometimes I got an idea and he'll help me finesse the idea to make business sense.
But the clothing line, who's there with?
The clothing line is with a brother named Waf, who has a line called Dunya.
Gotcha.
Which people will see me in, and phenomenal, real cut, real cutting edge. Like this is the kind of brother that'll be behind the scenes of like a Louis or Gucci or Valentino. Like, when you hear those names, like, obviously they're not the people in them warehouses. They're not the people even bringing in them. These kids right now, like in California and Philly and New York and all, this is about the kids. Like, even I bet you ask Eminem and the brothers from like with Mesquite and all of that stuff, like, there wasn't a bunch of old men in them joints putting them joints together.
Absolutely.
It'd be kids, because kids have young minds and ideas, right? So I'm not a fool. I'll sit down with them youngins, man, and be like, yo, what I mean? I might have an idea, like, yo, this shirt, I want this shirt to be like, yeah, woo, and they be like, yeah, but how about we? And I'm like, hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, Waf was putting me on the layers. He got me liking the layer. I might throw the hoodie on with the shirt under it a little longer. You know what I'm saying? Just vibes. Still some of these vibes. Y'all still everything else on me. Still some of these vibes. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something we doing. But I just want everything to be next level.
Okay.
That's the most important. That's the most important thing for me. I really want everything to be like, I want people to look at it. I want people to pick up the shirt and say, wow, this ain't that, and it ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm not dissing nobody that's starting out with the string print, because I did that. When we did the Less Win, shout out to my brother Vinny. When we did the Less Win, I literally took that. I started off with 24 shirts, and OTG will tell you, within 2 weeks from us promoting online, I was in 40 malls in America. I'm talking Las Vegas, Houston, Beverly Hills. You know what I mean? With a joint, just me. I woke up one day and was like, oh, Less Win, I'm gonna take the Louis Vuitton logo and I'm gonna put the hashtag. And it was great money, and it was good money. It wasn't great money. We're gonna get the great money now. But at the time, it felt like it was great money because I was broke. So I'm like, I ain't had money. So I'm like, an extra $3,000 a month off some shirts that I would have probably gave away. Mashallah.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
Now, before we let you get out of here, we definitely we're not getting on no negative notes. But I do want to ask, it just seems like it'd be a lot of BS flying the Chase's way, but y'all stay focused.
Yeah, we can't, listen.
Stay focused. This the question, because people want me to ask a different question. I'm asking a question I want to ask.
Yeah.
How do y'all manage to stay focused and block out the bullshit?
Because 9 times out of 10, man, the person that's hating is broke, so it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because if you was getting paper out here, you wouldn't be worrying about the next man. You focused on your next move. Why is you worrying about the next man? It don't make sense.
Absolutely.
Not trying here. It's not moving me.
Absolutely.
It's not getting me angry. It don't get us mad. We getting paper. You know what I'm saying? These niggas want our lifestyle. They sick. They mad. They old. It's not.